Another 2023 blockbuster from South Korea, Dr.Cheon and the Lost Talisman, has arrived with a bang. A fraudster who spends his days swindling people suddenly receives an order for an exorcism. Seeing strange things happening in the house, even his young assistant panics. He didn't trigger any mechanisms, so could there really be a ghost? Just a few days ago, Dr.Cheon accepted a commission from a wealthy family who suspected something strange was in their home. Although Dr.Cheon is a fraud through and through, his father was a powerful shaman. Therefore, even if he cannot see spirits, he can determine if something is amiss through his extraordinary powers of observation. Just as he declared the place safe, shouting was heard from upstairs. The daughter refused to believe in ghosts, but her parents held great awe for the occult. At this moment, Dr.Cheon began his theatrics. He claimed the vengeful spirit was possessing a stone statue, then surrounded the statue and the family separately. He brainwashed the couple, asking if they felt itchy as if something were crawling on them. The two immediately felt itchy all over and raised the master for his divine foresight. Dr.Cheon then turned the topic to the daughter, asking if she had been particularly irritable and rebellious lately. The mother thought this was spot on and exclaimed that the master was truly a god descended to earth. Satisfied, Dr.Cheon took a sword and chanted incantations before plunging it in to the statue. The assistant immediately pressed a button, causing red liquid to boil instantly. Another button triggered pre-installed speakers to emit ghostly wails. Dr.Cheon then swung his blade, but the statue failed to explode, making the scene extremely awkward. The assistant frantically mashed the explosion button, and the statue suddenly flew out, nearly causing 2 deaths and 1 injury. Despite the slight mishap, the wealthy family was completely fooled. The previously rebellious girl immediately apologized respectfully to the master, and the parents quickly pulled out a thick stack of cash to thank him. Little did they know the assistant was secretly stealing a golden toad from the floor. Having achieved their goal, Dr.Cheon excitedly took the toad to be appraised, hoping to make a fortune, only to be ruthlessly told it was just a common gold-plated piggy bank. This wasted effort made Dr.Cheon very angry. That evening, a girl came to him by reputation, hoping he could help remove a ghost from her younger sister. Dr.Cheon was annoyed and initially didn't want to take the case, but after the girl produced 100 million won, he completely yielded. He immediately followed her back to her village, but this time, he encountered a real ghost. At night, as Dr.Cheon used bells for hypnosis, the girl suddenly realized something was wrong. The house began to shake violently, and the sister seemed to become a different person. This sudden turn of events panicked the fraudulent fraudster. What exactly was happening? Forced to draw his ancestral sword, he was knocked down by a stool thrown by the girl before he could act. Yu Kyung, who possesses psychic abilities, immediately saw that her sister was possessed. When the evil spirit left the body, she told Dr.Cheon to attack directly in front of him, allowing them to narrowly escape. On the way back, the more Dr.Cheon thought about it, the stranger it seemed. A dark shadow inexplicably appeared in the rearview mirror. Could there really be ghosts in the world? Lacking sufficient expertise, he had his assistant take the footage to his uncle, who is a shaman. The experienced man immediately spotted the anomaly. It was the work of an evil spirit. He told Dr.Cheon to go back and protect Yu Kyung while he hurried over with ritual instruments. While Yu Kyung was tidying the house that night, she heard a knock. Opening the door, she saw the village chief, but after a few words, she realized something was wrong. She quickly grabbed a taser for self-defense, but she was ultimately no match for the tall and sturdy chief. Just as she was about to lose consciousness, Dr.Cheon suddenly appeared, and shattered the ghost inside the man with one strike. Yu Kyung escaped death and breathed a sigh of relief, but her sister suddenly jumped out of the window. Before she could think, she chased after her, while Dr.Cheon's gaze fell upon a pillow. Tearing it open, he found a hidden yellow talisman inside. He quickly caught up to stop Yu Kyung, informing her that the girl wasn't just possessed, she was being controlled. As expected, the girl voluntarily got into a stranger's car. Once the remote-controlling demon released the spell, she fainted instantly. It turned out the evil spirit was the puppeteer of these souls, sealing them in bamboo tubes and using spells to make them possess villagers to relentlessly attack Dr.Cheon and Yu Keung. However, the last bamboo tube was knocked over by a limping woman, allowing Dr.Cheon and Yu Keung to escape. Enraged, the man controlled the limping woman and forced her to cut off her own hand as an apology. Meanwhile, Dr.Cheon successfully met up with his assistant, and found the most famous soul-searching shaman in the surrounding villages, hoping he could help locate the evil spirit's lair. The shaman initially refused, but upon seeing a thick stack of cash, he readily performed a ritual to summon the ties and search their memories for the demon's movements. It turned out that Dr.Cheon had been kidnapped by the evil spirit as a child. To save him, his shaman father resolutely opened a soul-locking array, only for the key to be severed by the demon at a critical moment. Seeing the situation was dire, the father interrupted the spell, fled with his son, and used the unfinished array to trap the demon in place forever. After locating the position through Dr.Cheon's memories, the group headed to the demon's lair to rescue the girl, and prepare for the final battle. Next, Yu Keung led Dr.Cheon's group to find the other half of the array sealing the demon. Sensing the array had been taken, the demon immediately sent a puppet squad to intercept them. Outnumbered, Dr.Cheon accidentally allowed Yu Keung to be taken by the puppets. He quickly got into the assistant's car and followed them to the lair. Considering the assistant was just an ordinary person, he had him and the uncle stay at the cave entrance to set traps. After making arrangements, Dr.Cheon charged in alone, and soon saw the incomplete array his father had left behind. Seeing that familiar face, the evil spirit ground his teeth in hatred. It was his father who had left this wretched array and trapped him here. He wanted to kill Dr.Cheon to satisfy High's grudge. In experience, Dr.Cheon was soon at a disadvantage. Seeing this, Yu Keung concentrated her mind, and used her will to merge the broken exorcism sword back together. Dr.Cheon quickly drew the sword, and with the boost of primordial power, he immediately overwhelmed the demon. Unexpectedly, the opponent used a puppet for a sneak attack. Seeing Dr.Cheon being strangled, Yu Keung rushed forward. As the demon prepared a finishing blow, the sound of drums came from the cave entrance, distracting him. The next second, the assistant rushed in with a flash cannon to attack the demon, buying time for Dr.Cheon and the sisters to escape. However, once the demon recovered, he pursued them relentlessly, scaring the assistant so much that he dropped his remote control. In the nick of time, Yu Keung flipped the switch, instantly detonating the bombs the assistant had tied at the entrance. Before Dr.Cheon could recover, the uncle pulled out his half of the array. He remembered that lighting one half with fire would cause it to disappear and then merge the two halves into one. With the complete array, Dr.Cheon immediately stabbed his sword into it to activate it. A powerful chain flew out of the array, forcibly tearing out the demon's soul, and pulling it back into the array to be locked away. Then the array activated, swiftly carrying the evil spirit away to disappear from the world forever.
Catch the wave, skip the wait, every K-drama served on a plate. Thanks for watching.